Hello there, this is Jedi Master Daniel 96, and today's video I will be reviewing the first Batman movie from 1989. And with Michael Keaton returning as Batman in The Flash, I figured why not, talk about this movie. And here's my box set of the Tim Burton and Joel Schumacher Batman movies that went on from 1989 to 1997. And we are talking about, as I said, the one that started it all. Batman, directed by Tim Burton, starred Michael Keaton as Batman, Jack Nicholson as the Joker, and Kim Basinger as Vicky Vale. And this movie is, a classic. I mean, this is definitely, one of the most important comic book movies, and definitely, is one of the revolutionary comic book movies, as the original Superman movie run ended 2 years prior with Superman 4. 2 years later, we would see Batman come to the big screen. And this was 10 years in the making, as executive producer Michael Uslan, who, bought the rights to the Batman, bought the Batman movie rights in his 20s, and then would go to studios to, get this movie off the ground. It's quite a story on how, Batman would come to be to the big screen. And, they bring in Tim Burton with this movie, and the rest is history. I mean, when Michael Keaton was cast, a lot of people weren't happy, and little thing, people were divisive with Robert Pattinson, with the recent incarnation, so history kind of repeated itself there between Keaton and Pattinson. So, little fun fact there. And, this movie isn't an origin story sort of thing. It's not in the origin story vein of Batman Begins sort of thing. I mean, you do get the flashbacks on how Bruce Wayne's parents get murdered, and in this incarnation, it's revealed Jack Napier, who becomes the Joker, kills his parents. So that's kind of the twist in this movie. And, how Jack Napier becomes the Joker. He falls into a vat of chemicals, and it is kind of done in the comics as well. I mean, most notably The Killing Joke. And I did a little bit of research on some comic influences with this, and they also took some from the Golden Age with the Joker's origin as well, so that's that there. And I even did read that Tim Burton was a big fan of the Killing Joke storyline, so it makes sense that they would kind of go with the vat of chemical things with the Joker, and this, version of the Joker is more of a, mob sort of gangster sort of thing in it. And then pretty much, you have the reporters like Knox and then Vicky Vale. And Knox, people think he's crazy with the Batman thing because they don't believe him at first. And then there's a bit, after the Joker falls into the chemicals, Commissioner Gordon sees Batman and they're like, who is he? And they'll find out. So you have that thing there. And then, you have the relationship with Bruce Wayne and Vicky Vale. And then there's bits where Bruce Wayne tries to keep his identity, and then he lies to Vicky. And then there's a bit in the movie where Vicky kind of gets her feelings hurt and all that stuff. So you have that there. And then you even have the Joker will take interest into Vicky, so you have that bit there. And then you'll have the confrontation at the end in the church when then, the Joker dies in this movie, where Batman gets a grappling hook on him as the Joker's trying to get in a helicopter. And then, the Joker falls to his death in this, and that's how he dies. And then, you do have the Joker a bit in this movie, he has all these, products he'll sell that, make all these people go crazy. There's one where the news reporter is laughing, and then, she dies or something with a grin and that. And then there's the news reporter that has, all this acne and stuff from a Joker product and that. And there's a bit, where Batman destroys Axis chemicals. So you have that bit there, and that's kind of one bit where Batman stops the Joker. And then there's a big battle at the parade where the Joker's trying to gas people in it. So we have that, and that's kind of what leads up when they have the battle in the church, as Batman confronts the Joker to save Vicky. And then I also covered the death, and then the ending scene is pretty much with the bat signal at the end, and then it's a cool shot at the end where Batman's looking out on a like kind of balcony thing or something, and then you have like the bat signal shining. That's kind of one of my favorite shots in a Batman movie, and the ending shot. And then you also have Billy D. Williams in this movie that he plays Harvey Dent. And it's kind of interesting because, I mean, when, Joel Schumacher took over for Batman Forever, he went with Tommy Lee Jones. And I kind of did some research, and Schumacher had Tommy Lee Jones in mind, so he didn't really have any talk to Billy D, but maybe we'll cover that when I talk about Batman Forever. But I did look on the featurettes of this about with Billy D's portrayal as Harvey Dent, and then the actor who plays Knox says that Billy D wanted to do this so he could, do Two-Face in a later movie. And then, I mean, we have the Batman 89 comic that does it with the Billy D as Two-Face, and then obviously Billy D. Williams reprised his role as Harvey Dent in the Lego Batman movie, so he did get a chance to do Two-Face there in the Lego Batman movie years later. And I mean, that's pretty much some things to say about it. And I mean, with Jack Nicholson's portrayal as the Joker, I even had a fact that I saw that Bob Kane envisioned Jack Nicholson as the Joker. So that's pretty interesting that Batman co-creator saw Jack Nicholson as the Joker there. So I thought that was a pretty neat piece of trivia there. And I mean, that's some little fun facts there. And I'd probably rate this movie about a 9.5 out of 10. I mean, it's just a classic. I mean, if you haven't seen this movie, I mean, just watch the original 89 Batman movie. I mean, it's classic. I mean, it's definitely one of the classics you should watch. And that does it for me in this video. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you think down below. Did you like this movie? Did you not like it? I mean, where does it rank in your ranking of Batman movies? Let me know all that down below. Share this video and tell your friends to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, DanRS87, Instagram, JMD96_YT, Facebook, JamMasterDaniel96, and have a great day.